Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe from Techite, and today OSX Lion came out. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's Apple's new OS version. It's after Snow Leopard. It's 10.7. You have to download it by going to the App Store if you have Snow Leopard, and downloading it from there. You can't go to Best Buy and get it because they're trying to save space. If you really need to, wait a couple months, go buy a flash drive from Best Buy. I think that's how they're going to start selling it. But it's $30 and it's 4 gigs. So if it takes a minute to download, just wait. Mine took about 35 minutes to download and like another hour to install. But it's totally worth it. There's over 250 new features, and I'm going to go over just a few of them briefly now for you guys. And I'm just going to start from the left to right and I go from there. I'll try to keep it under 10 minutes for you guys. So Finder was kind of redone a little bit. There's not some video effects. There's some scrolling effects when you go and just got a call. The scroll bar over here disappears and hides and stuff. It's pretty nice. There's also something called AirDrop. It's a list of computers, MacBooks on your Macs on your network, and you can share files with them just by going to like AirDrop, not AirDrop. What am I doing? Like clicking on a file or looking for a file and dragging it in, and they'll get a confirmation. It's nice and easy. And you can also do a quick view from Spotlight search of every file that you have. So that's nice. There's also something called All My Files, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's every file that you have on your computer, and you can scroll through by going left or right on your trackpad or magic mouse. So it's nice. You can also adjust the window by every direction. Little feature they added in. You can also, if you want to, if you don't know what a file is called, but you know what application opens it, you can categorize stuff by the application that it gets opened with. So you know if it's a PowerPoint, but you don't know what it's called, you can search by, or you can adjust. So it's kind of cool. Some of the other things they did was address book, iCal, and mail, all redone. Address book looks like an address book, and it has the interface of the iOS address book. It's really clean. It's really nice, and it's easily shared between Microsoft and Mac. iCal was also redone. It looks a lot nicer. There's a couple more features that I don't really want to get into right now, but if you guys want to go look, they have some really cool stuff. Mail was done the most. You can view it in full screen mode if you want to, which I think it looks a lot cleaner and nicer in. But basically what it is they redid the mail client to where everything is organized in threads. So like if you have a big topic going with a lot of responses, it looks like this. Now traditionally there was you got one email and everything was color coordinated and different tabs over, and it was very confusing to read and try to follow. Now it just looks like an IM chat to where every response is its own email that you can view in one list. So it's really nice, and you can obviously hide and show all your mailboxes if you want to save space. And it looks really clean and really neat and full screen like I just showed you. There's also, still going over from left to right, this text edit. This is just for an example, and you can also do this in PowerPoint, Excel, or Word, or anything, or any application client that you have. You can view different versions of your same document. So I have this document I just created for examples, and you can view earlier versions of it. And you can scroll through over here too. And so this doesn't save. This doesn't take up space though, which is kind of genius. It just saves the change in each document, so it would be, exactly the same size as one document. So you don't need to worry about like a space issue. And you can even edit your current version here. So, and you can revert to a different one, or you can do spin-offs if you want to go 2 directions with a document. You can save it as a different name. There's also autosave. It's through every application, and every application, it just auto-saves everything, so you don't need to worry about every 3 sentences you have to save in case your computer crashes. So that's a really nice feature. Um, just a couple more things. iChat was done so you can have your Yahoo buddies in there, and Photo Booth was also done so there's a lot more effects, a little higher quality if you have a newer Mac. Uh, it takes the camera to its full capacity. You can also record and edit in HD inside Photo Booth, and there's more effects. So it's really nice, and it's now full screen, just like the iPad. Two of the main features, though, two more main features. One is called Launchpad, and it's basically accessible through an app that you would click over here when you first open up or first turn on your new Lion. It's called Launchpad. I erased it because I don't really need it. But what happens is basically when you open it up, you get this. It's a list of every application, and it looks just like an iOS screen. You can drag applications to different pages if you use them more often. You can also edit the names of folders. So if I want to edit utilities, I can just do it right there. So it's really clean, really nice, and they really mimicked the iOS on this. It's pretty clean. Put Skype over here. All right. And to close out, you just click exit or basically anything. Moving on from there, there's something called resume within OSX that it's automatic. And basically what it is, if you have all these applications opened up and like documents opened up and stuff and your computer crashes or whatever it may be, when you start up, resume will kick on and everything will be exactly as you left it. Even this text will be highlighted if my computer crashed right now. That's how precise it is. That's how cool it is. The other thing that they really redid was expose. Now, they changed the name from expose to mission control. And basically what it is, it's accessible just by, you can do the expose button on your keyboard, 2 taps on your magic mouse or trackpad or magic pad, whatever it's called. And here it is. Let's go to my other desktop. There's more applications opened up. You can view all your applications per space. Now, if you want to add another space, there's a little plus over here. And it's very clean. It's a lot more efficient than the traditional expose, and 100 times more efficient than the original expose. So this is really clean and really nice, and you can even preview windows if you have a bunch opened up, and you can't really see which is which. Just by doing spacebar, it'll come to forward and it'll show what that is. So there's expose or mission control, if you will, in the new OSX Lion. Safari was also redone, and a bunch of new features were added. The graphics speed was increased. They also added something called Reading List, which is basically like a bookmark folder that you add pages to just so you can read them later. And even if you don't even, like if you're reading like an article on a website and they link you to different stuff or references and you want to check those out, but you don't want to leave the page and you don't want to open up a new tab, you can add them to your reading list just by doing like holding down Shift and clicking a link, and it'll add it to it, or just by clicking Add Page. If you don't want to view it later and you know you're going to close out of Safari and you're going to come back later, and you don't want to bookmark it, it's added to there. So that's really neat. They also have the full screen mode in Safari as well as all their other applications have full screen capabilities. And it just hides. It makes it a lot cleaner, a lot nicer. And scrolling, no space is wasted by a scrolling bar. It just disappears. It's really clean. They thought about a lot of stuff, and they really made Snow Leopard a whole lot better, which is hard to do because Snow Leopard was brilliant as it was. All right, there's also something. It's switching between pages. It's basically 2 fingers on your magic mouse or trackpad, left or right, to switch between different pages. So like if you have Safari opened up and you're in full screen mode, and you can switch between Safari, your desktop, and your second desktop. And as many applications as you have in full screen mode, you can switch to those, like desktop 2 to Safari to desktop 1 to dashboard. All right, so those were just a few of the features. There's obviously a lot more, especially when the new iOS comes out, and you can do a lot of stuff with that with iCloud and sharing and syncing wirelessly and all that fun stuff. And a video will be coming out on that too. But there's a lot more features. I'll link you down below to Apple's website. There's a bunch of cool stuff. There's even something for File Vault. File Vault 2, there's something called Insta Erase or Instant Erase. And basically what that is you click it, and it'll lock your Mac so you can't use it, and it'll start erasing everything, and then it'll boot from a disk. So let's say if you're downloading a torrent and the FBI bust into your house, make a command so you can open up, Insta Erase, and they can't do anything about it. Unless it's saved on an external, and you're kind of screwed there, but we're not going to worry about that. Anyways, there's a bunch more features. These are just my first impression. I like it. I think it's well worth $30 just from mail, just from the mail client. It's almost worth $30, but there's a bunch of new features. So it really increases work productivity with autosave and versions and spin-offs and AirDrop and iCal and address book and mail. It really makes your workspace a lot cleaner. I never used Spaces before, but now I almost have to because it's so easy to use. You just have your different desktops, and you can have a work desktop and you can have a play desktop. Like work desktop would be something like this, where you have mail, iCal, and address book opened up, and in your other one you can have Skype and iTunes and Netflix and everything else opened up. So again, I don't want to make this video too long. Any questions, put them down below. I'll respond to them the best as I can. So guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and see you guys later.